So there are a lot of people who like to live in misery and you can't do anything for it. For example, I know a lot of people who just call me up when they're down, and when I ask them what's wrong and I try to give them constructive solutions to what they can do to change that situation, they say छोड़ ना यार, मेरी life ऐसी है, and they've already given up and there's so much of negativity coming that way that I'm like, ugh, stop. So hi you guys, I'm Ashita Shinde and I'm going to tell you how to deal with people who don't like to take your advice. So, firstly, where there's a will, there is a way, and you need to believe in that. If you're in a situation where you feel like everything's going wrong, then maybe there's something that's required of you. As I said in my earlier videos, any difficulty that comes your way is supposed to change you and shape you. And you have to get off your comfort zone. It could be anything, it could be even thinking negatively or just working hard. And it could be just changing something and being open to something new. If you want to win in life, I would suggest one thing: be open minded. Don't hate anyone, as in, don't have a preconceived notion about someone. For example, don't be like, okay, women can't drive, so वो तुमने अपने माइंड में अगर फिक्स कर लिया तो तुम ओपन माइंडेड नहीं हो. ठीक है, तो ऐसे आप कोई भी प्रीकंसीव नोशन अपने माइंड में मत रखो. Your life will become 1,000 times easier. Now a lot of people like to hold on to such beliefs, and that is attachment. और उससे क्या होता है? Sorrow. So I've said this in my previous videos as well. I get like people calling me and saying stuff like, okay, I lost everything, life sucks, blah 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 blah. All of that, you get it. So when you make statements like that, I don't really understand what you want from me, because you've already made that decision. You've already decided for yourself, you've already given up, and you don't want to fight back, you don't want to change that situation. And until you have that will, or until you have that desire to change a particular situation and move on in life or grow in life, you can't do it. So I can just sit here and make videos all day long, but until and unless you want to actually pause and prepare for it, write it down, or maybe watch it in slow motion and actually take that in your mind and change your life, nothing is gonna happen. So, I used to have a lot of people calling me, a lot of my friends, they would say stupid stuff like that. And then when I would tell them that, yeah, life doesn't have to be so difficult and you're making things difficult for yourself, they would sort of be jealous of the life that I'm living. And then they would say like stupid things like, okay, so blah blah blah, you had this, that's why you learned guitar when you were in fifth standard and your dad taught you guitar and that's why you became an entrepreneur. And you know I really don't know how to answer people like that. Like, there have been genuine times where I have been feeling bad for people. Like, I have prayed for them and I have seen their life change and they've still been the same. Like, I've seen a person, I don't want to name him, his restaurant was in a loss. He lost his job and everything. He called me one day and he said, I'm planning to sell even my scooty and become a delivery boy with one of the delivery partners. And you know yeah, all of that stuff. So I said, that sounds dramatic. Don't you have any savings? Like, you owned a restaurant and stuff like that. So blah blah blah. Basically, after the conversation, he told me that he had certain opportunities, and I told him that you should definitely go for it. Like, look for jobs. There are other things that you can do with your experience and your talent, etc. I motivated him. I tried to tell him blah blah blah. He actually went abroad. He got a good job and everything, and everything worked out like really well. And he would just still call me, and he would be smoking cigarettes somewhere in a corner and giving me BT and just saying stuff like, सब खत्म हो गया, ये हुआ वो हुआ, life sucks, मेरे साथ कभी कुछ अच्छा हुआ ही नहीं. And it's so annoying when I see people who actually are so ungrateful, because okay, it's not my decision and I'm not judging anyone, but why can't you see all the amazing things that happened to you till now? It's a proven fact that if you count your blessings, they will multiply. Now, instead of this, what this person did was started looking at my page. He started looking at my videos and stuff, started making fun of me. And I think in one of my bios I had put the word influencer, and he started mocking me on that, ki Ishita Shinde influencer really. Until and unless this person decides to change their entire mindset, it's not going to happen. And he just didn't. And now basically he had amazing opportunities, but somehow he's back to square one. And yeah, I don't really know what happened, because after that, I just decided for myself that I would not be in contact with people who are so negative all the time, because somewhere that was affecting my mental health as well. And for me, my mental health is a priority, and I only spend time with people who make me feel good. So, if my friend's feeling bad, I'm going to be there for you. Like 24/7, you call me anytime, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to support you if you want to change. But if you constantly just call me all the time, every day, just to rant, and when I ask you what the issue is, you don't tell me what's wrong, and you're just ranting, you just want someone to rant. Like, therapists get paid $2,000 an hour or 45 minutes. Like, my therapist, I paid him, I think, 1,000 for 45 minutes, but the average rate is like 2,500 for 45 minutes. And you are wasting my time right now, and you need to understand that. If it's my best friend and that person wants to share something, that's different. But some people just want to rant, just want to tell you that they're so sad, they just want your pity, they just want your attention, and you need to stay away from such people because they are bad for your mental health. And that's something I realized after this particular incident, which I'm sharing with you guys, because it just changed me. So there's this guy I know, and he used to like me, but I had no interest in him, and I made that very clear from day one. Now, he would call me constantly and say, let's meet up, let's go on a date, etc., and I would make it very clear that I'm not interested, and no. So once he called me up and he was all crying and sobbing and like, I'm really depressed, I don't know what to do. So I said, what happened? And he said, nahi, you meet me, then I'll tell you. So I really thought it was something important. It was in the evening and it was raining, so I took my car and I drove up to his house. He came and he sat in my car, and I asked him what happened, and he just looked at me, and he was just normal, and he was just talking normally. So I said, okay, like, that's good. After that, um he sort of got inappropriate with me, molested me in my own car. And basically after that, he didn't tell me till the end what actually happened. So he sort of just took advantage. And that is basically why I tell you that it's okay to be an empath. But for an empath, it's really important to note that you need to observe, not absorb. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I can tell you that I learned the hard way. But things don't need to be the hard way all the time. If you are open minded and if you're ready to learn the lessons readily, you don't have to go through tough times to actually go through all those traumas and then change.